That's that alternate sound here on Power Breakfast. And of course, since it is Friday, time for us to deal with it. My usual panel is back, but one panelist is not with us. Christine Mwangi is traveling, I think, for the next week or two. So we have superimposed.
Yeah,
Deraburu.
Independent panelist.
Yeah, another deal.
Yeah.
But of course, our regular panelist, Masawe Japani.
Nice to be here.
Karibu sana, and Dr. Ofweneke.
The eagle himself.
The eagle has landed.
Just landed. Just landed. Have you seen the bodybuilders? If that man you find him with your eyes.
We're supposed to join them. You're supposed to wear a tight t-shirt.
Soon. Body by December.
Do you know, Willis has been saying he's going to get a Trey Songz body for a year. Now, from Gesha to your deadline.
In December. You wanted Trey Songz, wanted to end up like Fajo.
Alright, let's begin. Of course, if you're watching, go ahead and use the hashtag Power Breakfast. And you also can tweet at Citizen TV Kenya with your opinions. Now, this week there was outrage from Kenyans as the National Authority for the Campaign Against Drug Abuse decided that they want all bars closed a week before the election. Kenyans were not having it. I think Citizen TV tweeted it, and we have some of the responses. Can we just scroll down and see some of those responses? Generally, Kenyans were not happy. They were saying, me, I can buy my booze and store it in the house. Several people were saying, what about, you know, the economy aspect of it? So you can just see some of those tweets. But I'll, you know, throw this to you guys. Do they have a point? Does Nakada have a point?
There's no point there. There's no point there.
Why?
Joy is there. They have gone to the club and drunk and sent Nakada the pay bill number. That, hey guys, I've drunk 2 Moet and 5 Hennessy. Please pay for me. If I'm going to drink, I drink on my own. If I'm responsible enough, I should know that today with my hangover, I will go and vote. So Nakada should not try at all to control any consumption for anything. Then they should have controlled Lot inside the Bible. So they cannot drink and sleep behind the house only for the children to find them with no clothes.
Their argument is that they want Kenyans to be sober-minded.
Yes.
While they are voting.
Is it the first time Kenyans are voting?
No.
Why Kenyans treat it like?
But it happens all the time. It happens all the time when we are going
elections.
Yeah, yes. So the elections. I'll say this, kama umechukua muda wako kwenda kujiregister, yeah, hujashikiwa fimbo, umeacha ile kazi umefanya, it's not a public holiday, you stopped what you're going to do to go and take a voter's card. You care enough to be sober to go and make a decision. Yeah, uende ukapige kura. So mbona watu wanakuwa treated kama watoto wadogo? 1, 2. Yeah. What do you want to say?
What are you saying? What's already drunk?
No. This is with a crashing economy. With a crashing economy.
I think it is right for that to happen, because jamani kuna wale wenye tunajua hatuta mention ni county gani but wanasemanga wameshashinda asubuhi wanaenda kukunywa tumeshashinda hata kuna haja acha tuende tukunywe tumeshinda hiki tu and then they don't go and yes, and mimi based on my background hata baba yangu alikuwa anafunganga mabaa when he was in administration so it should, I think they should wafungwe.
So let me ask you, is 1 week too long of a period? People were saying they just closed the day before.
Do you know what will happen in 1 week? 1 week, do you know how the economy will go? Do you know how much drunkards build the economy of any country? Just for the sake of that is the economy up. So the more we have, the more the economy goes where? The economy goes up. So the Kada should stay away completely. Are we together? Yes. Though I know back in Nigeria there's a time it happened when people got so drunk. There's a senator who bought people alcohol in his vicinity so that they can be excited and vote for him. You know, they all slept and forgot to vote in the morning. And the ones who went to vote, they forgot that you're only supposed to put 1 mark on the ballot box. So they were putting, I don't like this one, X. I don't like this one, X. Oh, this is my candidate. Right. Oh, this one I don't like him. He has a very big nose. X.
Spoiled vote.
Spoiled vote.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is the government should not control. Nakada should not control at all. Let the people be responsible enough.
I think a day before is a day before is considerate, but you cannot close someone's business for a whole week. I mean, really.
But the ban, is it the total ban imefungwa ama timing? I think then they should hiyo wiki Monday tuseme tufike 4, Tuesday 3.
Unaweza kunywa mpaka
But how many people do you think are watching that have their own alcohol inside the house?
Well, that's the other issue.
That's
a lot of
right.
Kenyans were saying, please, I'll just buy my
People
alcohol
have the
stock
alcohol
in
inside
the
the
house.
house.
There are those, these days we have delivery of alcohol services.
And they told me that it is not only alcohol that can cause somebody to have brain, that thing.
Yes.
You know those who smoke Igbo? Even those who smoke until you become higher than the election day. So by the time you wake up, have you ever woken up, instead of going to the ballot box, you go to the mortuary? That is this where they are voting from? Is it? And because you already smell that thing, we win. So the government should let people be responsible enough. Because even you yourself,
Right.
If I am drunk enough, Joy, but I still know my house, I say no, this.
Gari najua nyumbani.
No, there's an uncle of mine who got drunk. I found him trying to open the door. So I told him, Uncle, can I help you with it? He said, no, don't help him with it, just hold the house. It is the house that is shaking, so you hold the house. Me, I don't.
Drunk people.
So there's been a couple of people who are saying, is this even constitutional? We should take it to parliament and vote. We don't think that this is actually
And
constitutional.
anyway, it's correct. When people are drunk, they vote because, according to science, alcohol consists of a certain chemical that triggers the honesty nerve in the medulla oblongata. So the more high you are, the more honest you are. So the more high you are,
Alcohol
the more you vote for the
inhibition.
correct. The more you vote for the correct candidate.
But on that day, the politicians will also definitely be high.
They'll also be drunk.
I think so.
I think, like I said before, if you took your time to go and register, imagine you will take the time to queue again and vote. You can
And those
say
queues
again
sometimes
prior.
are long, queuing with a hangover, that can't be
Precisely.
something you really want to do.
Yeah. So you will just go queue, piga kura,
But
baada ya
unajua-
kura, you can decide
Unajua Masawe,
to go
sisi
and
ni very for lack of a better word, not to look down on anybody. Sisi hapa hivi tuko, kuna wale wenye, even when the illicit brew was being banned, you would see the people uko mashinani.
hawezi control alcohol
Hawezi
intake
control,
yake.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
the local brew. So sisi tunasema hatutalewa, but hiyo wengine wanasema tuende tulewe tupiga kwa kesho. Yani
If
iko
you wake up in
nini?
the morning and
You know.
realize that people are too drunk, then change the election system that day. Go back to what you used to call it, acclamation.
Yes,
They want
vote
to
by
just
acclamation.
vote.
Yes.
Uhuru on this side,
Yeah.
Raila Amujinga. The other side on this side. Abdu
Badida.
The comment start for this.
Let's see.
One with it, you raise up your eyes.
We have a couple social media comments I want to read out. Risco Charles is saying 1 week is too much. Avadali iwe for a day on the 8th alone. Harriet Tumunzi is saying, let me support Ofweneke just for today. The Ngosi says, so long as the ban is not on milk, bars can actually burn them all. Of course, if you want to go ahead and
That must be an older age.
burn.
Possible.
If you want to send your comments again, the hashtag is Power Breakfast. So there's also some people who've been saying, would you rather people just be nice and high and happy, or fighting in the streets? People who are saying this is a good move, to prevent people who are planning on being violent.
Get them
Who are
high.
relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But some of the times before you get violent, if you look at these universities, before, normally, like you're saying, most politicians do that. So you're in a group, and the youth have come. What they do is they get them high to get them active.
Get them riled up.
Yeah.
And that's what I say, that you can do it after you've voted, not before. So I think a day before, I support it.
A week before.
A week
A week
before.
before.
Unaharibu biashara.
But then
zako.
again,
Already uchumi wetu, we have issues.
Iko na shida.
Then you go and close someone's business. No.
I just think
But will the government compensate them?
absolutely not.
Exactly. So why close up their business? Everybody take up your responsibility. If a drunkard, you are an alcoholic, your issue is not a prayer item in church. Please deal with your own issues. Deal with their own issues. So the government should forget about. Let them people continue their business. Because where they say those bar girls and the bar boys, where did they should do? You are missing those ones who go around in the clubs wearing that thing, putting a lot of bottles. For that God, these people do to earn a living.
Wait, are you talking about the for short?
Yeah, sure.
And they talk to anyone, and they're nobody very friendly. And they come, hey, short. You are stuck.
I feel like if people really want to drink, they're going to find a way
to drink. To
drink. But I understand that the concept of us being sober-minded, a week might be a little bit too much. But yeah. But go ahead and keep sharing your comments as we move on to the next issue that we need to deal with here on Deal With It. There's a story that went viral this week in Texas in the U.S. whereby strangers got together and bought a car for a man because he walks 3 miles to work every day. He's a 20-year-old man. He was given a ride by a stranger. He told this guy, I usually walk to work. It's 3 miles. I'm so tired. It's so hot. So the guy who gave him a ride posted on Facebook the story. Now, local business owner offered to put a donation box in his store. And within 48 hours, they'd raised more than $5,500 US. You can translate that into Kenya shillings.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
Yeah. So the guy ended up being bought for a Toyota Corolla. Yes, or a Toyota Camry, sorry, whereby even the company of Toyota even chipped in, the GM of Toyota chipped in and bought him this car. They paid insurance for a year, plus 2 years worth of oil changes, $500 in fuel. And that's a young man in orange right there, and those are the well-wishers who contributed to getting him a car because they were concerned for his,
There's an Nigerian proverb that says, listen carefully. He who drives his father's car cannot speak in the council of motorbike owners. I repeat again, he who drives his father's car cannot speak in the council of motorbike, because this car, and even parading herself, photo the whole.
Right.
Very proud that they donated for you a car.
Yeah.
Somebody brings the tire, one brings the carburetor, one brings the engine, one brings the roll-up window. What kind of nonsense is this? A man should work hard himself. In fact, he has interrupted God's work in his life. God was trying to get a testimony out of this useless mumu. This is not even a testimony.
Yes, there he is. That is brand new car.
Let me just say, I don't think this is kindness, actually, because how many people walk to work? Yeah, why is this guy special? But then if a stranger came and bought me a car, I'd be wondering, hey,
exactly.
Yeah, because this is not kindness. This is just
we are going to have social media.
He can take a bus to us.
And that's another good point.
He can take a bus to us.
This is a marketing gimmick.
Masawe and Ofuneke are not used to blessings.
No, let me tell you, not every breakthrough is from God.
Wacha nakwambie. Mutu, you say he work hard. The guy walks 3 miles. 3 miles is like how many kilometers? Like 36, right?
You mentioned math at 5.
Around 6. Jamaa anatembea kila siku. Hakuambia huyu mtu amfanyie favor. Alikuwa anatembea, akapatana na stranger, akamwambia by the way mimi utembea, asante sana. Huyu jamaa out of the willingness of his heart akaenda freedom of expression. Akasema asa hold on. Akasema let's buy this guy. Akapeana gari. Sasa wewe hata Biblia inasema you who are bad they know how to give good gifts to your children. What about your heavenly Father?
Let me ask you.
Allow the guy to celebrate his blessing.
When the Israelites were moving from Egypt to Canaan, did you hear any Philistine coming to buy them carriage? Let me tell you something, Me, like us, in Nigeria, from Mugubebe village all the way to the city, because that's why I used to go from high school. We walked until I started feeling like I'm an Israelite, the way we used to walk. And you see, it is only now that I own my big car that I feel proud, because I feel I have earned this car. This boy will not even take care of this car.
I'm a little insurance for 1 year. I'm a bill of fuel $500, 2 years worth of oil changes.
We didn't watch the car for him.
I think with such people, you don't give someone a car. You unapatia kitu ambacho unamwezesha. Kwamba is a car really a necessity for this guy?
Thank you.
Yeah. Akuna chakula. He can't take a bus
to work.
The
airbag? No, he can't take a bus. The airbag.
He can't take a bus to work. I mean, find ways and means of,
Yeah, you don't know what type of neighborhood that he's living in. He was in Texas.
Texas. Me, I know Texas very well.
Bali,
on Google Maps.
Distances a lot. So here's my question: If you scrolling down your Facebook and you see a friend of yours has posted such a story and they're raising money for this guy who walks everywhere, would you have contributed your own?
I would instead go and drink before the election day.
Take that money.
Take my God, I'm going to Baba. Me, this man, because you see, Masai has a point, Joey. First of all, If Toyota were really caring, they should have not bought this boy a car. They should have employed the boy in the nearest branch, in the nearest manufacturing plant for Toyota. At least let him be watching the Toyota logos inside the factory. Let him at least design something. I don't know, products, I don't know what.
Unachangia kitu ambacho kinaweza kubadilisha maisha ya mtu. Leo nikiona post kwamba tuchange towards this cause.
But we see that all the time on social media here in Kenya.
How many people contribute? People actually come out, you know, to help.
Analyze the story.
Tukuchangie ununue gari. I mean, why everyone wants to be comfortable. Kwa nini kuchangia so that you're comfortable?
But nasema hivi, analyze your story.
Kwamba tomorrow you want to get married, you want to start a family, ni kitu yako ambacho kitakuendeleza na utalisha mdomo mwingine. Hiyo nitachangia.
But nasema hivi, analyze the story. It was $5,500, right?
Yes, how much is that?
That was the total, 5.5 million.
Yeah.
Right?
Imagine.
But still Toyota also chipped in and gave him the car.
How much is that?
Hii pesa I can guarantee you haikununua hiyo gari.
Let me tell you, because you see,
so alipewa gari, alipewa.
Listen Willis.
Gari now that baada akona $5,500. So amesaidiwa
kufanya nini?
Si sasa hiyo pesa ni yake.
To drive to work.
Pesa ni yake, so he can save na akiendelea ku drive.
Willis Rabolo.
Wayne.
How many times have I called you? 3 times. Why should I drive a 5.3 car? And my salary is 30,000.
No, what pesa ako nayo? Pesa ako nayo. Gari amepewa.
I use financial advisor. Because today they contributed to buy the car. Next time they will see the guy, and you see that it is July. Single men and bachelors are busy going to toy market and Bukomba buying duvets because they are shivering like trees. Now next time they see the human being shivering in bed and say, oh, we are also going to contribute wives. They say, oh, I will bring weave, I will bring makeup, I will bring high heels, I bring this. Useless man, if you are watching, go fend for yourself. Sell that car, open a business.
Okay, let me flip the script here. Let's say you are that young 20-year-old guy who's struggling and walking to work. Now, this guy has been nice enough to go on a fundraising campaign and to buy your car. Would you accept it?
Not every breakthrough comes from God.
No, please answer the question. Would you accept it?
No.
You've been walking.
No. Let me walk. God is creating a testimony. Let me walk.
There is a difference between patience and endurance.
Let me do both. Let me be patient and endure.
So you would say thank you, but no thank you.
Give me a job. You see, it's more like giving me fish and not teach me how to go to the river to actually get the fish. Because the next time this car gets old, or the car gets outdated because guys are buying bigger cars 10 years from now, what are you going to do? Will you still come back and buy me a new car? No, you will not. So I think this was just a case of a spoiled brat who has been spoiled not only by the parents but the whole society. So in fact we blame everybody who contributed.
First of all, does he have a driver's license? That was not indicated.
We should have had him in a driving school contributing a driving license. They did not. So the boy will be, in fact the car will be more parked instead of being parked outside his house. The car will be more at the police station than being parked at his house.
Kwa African setup kwanza kukuwa na gari na ishara kwamba wewe ni una uwezo fulani. Sasa majirani wanaanza kugongea, mtoto wangu hajaenda shule, mtoto wangu hajafanya kitu. Is a black American, right?
Yes.
So you can imagine tujaachana sana. You can imagine amekuwa kwa brand kitu gani ya maisha. Yeah, everyone now considers this guy he's well to do.
That was too fast.
Ni kumuongeza tu stress zingine akuwa nazo.
Then this man will show
maintenance here.
You see me the first
maintenance imekuwa taken care of. Sio na oil change.
After 1 year what happens?
You see, after this guy, let's not assume that he's a total mumu.
He's a mumu if he's working for 6 miles.
Let's assume he's not a total mumu. Si danda. Unataka kuniambia kwa hii 1 year atakuwa tu atamechia. He'll be working.
What has he been doing? I think he works at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, so it's been taken away from him.
Let me tell you,
forget the fact that ataanza kwenda maisha kwa mashow zingine, atapata exposure. But also apart from all these things, this guy is not stupid. He's working. If somebody is working every day kwenda kazini, that is a guy who has passion. Anajua I need to make ends meet.
Orange also.
So in 1 year if he's a smart guy, like I said, your pesa definitely amepewa. If he's a smart guy, he'll make something of himself.
First of
To
all,
him right off,
Willis,
first of
all, Johnny Walker should come and sponsor this man. He's now officially a brand ambassador for Johnny Walker. Number two, listen to me, this boy. You know me, the first time I bought my, because I was so used to walking and using Okada. The first time I bought my car, I could not maintain my head inside the car. So I used to drive from, these were tough. So this man is going to be the same thing. This man is so used to walking until he will not be starting the engine. He'll be pushing it to autonomy. So that you don't tell us what you call in Kenya, kudandia.
Okay, there have also been questions about the motivation of these well-wishers. People have been saying, in this day and age, aren't we all just so narcissistic that you just want to help someone so you can put it on your social media and everyone can see that you're charitable? Do you believe that there is still goodness left in humans, that someone would just, out of the goodness of your heart, tuseme, wacha nisaidie huyu mtu?
Kuna watu wazuri hapa nje, by the way, Joy. Ndio nilikuwa nasema hapo awali kwamba honestly Kenya kwanza we are known for that. If it's genuine, mtu anataka pesa kwenda kupata matibabu, atachangiwa. I think kuna watu wazuri, bado kuna watu wazuri. Pia kuna watu wabaya. Kuna watu wanaweza kuchangia aonekane amechanga.
There are even people who fake illnesses and start these M-Pesa campaigns.
Exactly. That's why that happens a lot. But like Marcel is saying, there's still people who are good.
You believe that?
Yeah. There's still some good people who, and by there are people who there are people who help and they don't want to be mentioned.
Yeah, we only mentioned on Facebook.
Sasa hapo ndo
video.
I think people,
the power of social media.
Right. I think it was just a marketing campaign.
For this one, like Toyota, it worked for them.
Yeah.
But Toyota didn't initially. They weren't initially involved until they saw the post on Facebook and said we'll get involved.
And their name, their brand is mentioned.
Right.
You see.
So
it's marketing for Toyota, but it has proved the mumuness in the human being. You get? And this one about good people are there. I mean, if good people are there, then who am I?
Hello.
Y'all together,
I mean, yes, because it did show the power of social media, and I think we go in on social media a little bit too hard sometimes because all we see is narcissism. But if there wasn't social media, this guy wouldn't have been able to raise these funds and raise awareness. So,
however, the people who do this,
what awareness?
People who do
awareness? This guy is not crippled. I don't get it. This guy is not crippled. He's walking to work. Why is this session? There are so many people that are walking to work. So why
in Kenya?
Anatoka Kibira anafanya kazi wapi? Anatoka Kibira anafanya kazi sijui Mombasa Road. Every other day. So huyu mtu unamsaidiaje? Unamsaidia kwa kumulia gari ama unamsaidia kwa kumwezesha maisha yake? You understand? So I don't understand. This is not kindness. This is crazy.
By the way, and then very soon he's going to join the bigger group of Americans who are suffering from, I don't know what, obesity. Very soon he's going to join them. And America is known for that. So this boy,
so he's working at a fast food restaurant and driving to work.
No, it's even done. It's even now, next day now she will be hungry, walking around with dry lips. Then the fast food company will also sponsor it. So the life of the boy will just be a sponsor. Now the car will be written sponsored by the Toyota. The food sponsored by McDonald's. The wife sponsored by Adam and Eve Garden. Everything. This boy, what is wrong with
I mean, so now there are young ladies who've been kind of seeing this guy's story and thinking, hey,
he's
getting a little bit of attention.
I am tired.
Where were they when he was working every day?
Another bracket.
Now he doesn't even have money to now maintain a lady.
But he has a car.
He has a car.
Balance
of $5,500 and some insurance.
It's the same thing with the guy who won Sports Pesa, and then all of a sudden women were interested because he won.
The wallet was handsome.
You know, you have to choose a struggle. You cannot be ugly and poor. So you have to be one at least. You cannot. So if you are,
if you're poor.
But I think the name of that song, it's a song. How am I saying?
No, it's a poem. Of course, it's a song.
And
ukitaka cha demakufu
I think, though, this is a challenge to all of us to look at our lives and see where we can be kind.
Right.
What can you give me, Ofweneke? If you see me struggling today,
Mr. Good Guy.
as an international comedian
Yes.
and a millionaire, rent imeleta shida.
First
What can you
of
do
all,
for me?
why are you not living according to your means? Let's start from there. The only thing I can give you is word of advice and prayer. My prayers are very valuable. I will not promise you money because I will not give you money. But prayers and advice, we'll talk. We'll talk and we'll go to a place, sit down, eat and drink. Then you will pay because I have given you as my time is valuable.
I'll pay.
You will still pay.
Useless man. Okay, Sawa, I'll take your prayers. Even Willis, you know, I always ask Willis for prayers because I believe his prayers.
Yeah,
work, so.
I always see him on Instagram on pictures.
My wako.
Where is the now Willis, why is the praise and worship look so painful? I haven't seen the way like you are Alpha. Then it's always like there's something smelling at the altar. You are Alpha. And
we're out of time. We're out of time. Masawa, give us your social media handle quickly.
Masawa the party, that's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay. Ofweneke, you won't be with us next week. You're traveling, correct? Where are you going?
Oh yeah, by the way, I will not be around. I'll be leaving for the US. For my US tour.
Nenda Texas, so again.
I'm going to Texas. No, I need to go and confirm that.
You need to work.
So starting from 8, my first show is on 8 in Atlanta.
All right.
So all the way until August. So
Okay.
that's when I'm going to see you guys.
Right.
So when I come back and I have an accent, understand. I don't know why people who go for treatment in India never come back with an accent.
Willis, thanks for joining us and being our guest panelist. And thank you so much for watching Deal With It today on Power Breakfast. We're going to wind up with some music with alternate sound. Of course, Citizen Extra coming up next. And we'll be back for 10 over 10.
Chidinma.
Oh, yes.
I'm not
nice,
busy.
around.
I love that.
Join us at 10 o'clock here on Citizen TV.